We have all seen the movie. The superhero tightens his jaw, exerts massive effort, and hurls a truck through the air. It looks like pure force, conjuring raw, explosive motion out of thin air. Then we look at our mundane, everyday reality. Push a heavy couch, and it stops the second you step away. Roll a ball across the floor, and it eventually grinds to a halt. This creates a deeply ingrained physical intuition. Motion feels fragile. It seems like movement naturally dies on its own, and that force is the invisible fuel you have to constantly pump into an object to keep it alive. Our daily environment is constantly lying to us. That intuition is backwards, buried under layers of friction and air resistance that completely hide the true underlying rules of physical reality. Motion theory begins by observing the universe as an environment of structured, perpetual motion, rather than dead stuff sitting in space. Look at this simple sphere. Strip away friction, air resistance, and external influences, and it travels a straight vector line. It maintains exact speed and direction forever, no engine required. If an object already moving doesn't require continuous force, our definition must be completely rethought. Force is a structured interaction that retunes the momentum already present in a system. It speeds it up, slows it down, or redirects its path. Force never asks a physical object, "Are you moving?" It only asks, "Are you changing your current momentum plan?" Consider scenarios that appear completely static. Take a heavy book resting quietly on a table. Our intuition says this is zero force, total stillness. But that stillness is an active, balanced argument between opposing forces, ending in a perfect draw. At the microscopic level, a rigid wooden table is actually a complex system of microscopic springs. Chemical bonds compress under the book's weight. This material deformation generates an elastic, upward restoring interaction, fighting back until its push perfectly matches the downward load. Structural stability in the physical world is an invisible, ongoing negotiation to prevent acceleration. A chair is electromagnetically filing an appeal against gravity to prevent you from suddenly accelerating toward the floor. Moving out of that static balance requires an exchange. Force transfers momentum between bodies, like when your foot pushes backward on the ground to move your body forward. Think about trying to walk on perfectly smooth ice. Your muscles contract, your legs move, but you slip. The slippery surface lacks the friction required to process the horizontal momentum transfer. Microscopically, sliding surfaces touch at scattered high points called asperities. These peaks physically lock together, deform, and shear. This aggressively resists relative slip, redistributing organized kinetic motion into chaotic microscopic vibration, sound, and heat. We usually treat friction as the enemy of movement. In reality, it is the essential physical paperwork required for momentum to change hands. Momentum transfers also have a strict relationship with time. Imagine a fast-moving object that is forced to stop rapidly. The change in momentum is non-negotiable. It is definitely going to happen. But duration dictates the force intensity. This accumulated effect is called impulse. This graph compares identical momentum changes. A concrete wall impact creates a tall, narrow force spike because the time interval is near zero. Conversely, airbags spread the transfer out over a longer interval, drastically lowering the average force applied. The laws of physics dictate the destination, but by manipulating impulse, you get to negotiate a much more gentle, survivable deadline. We still have to resolve a stubborn paradox. Straining violently against a massive, unyielding stone wall causes exhaustion, even though nothing is moving. From a physics standpoint, you are doing zero macroscopic mechanical work on that wall. It doesn't move, you haven't transferred any external momentum to it. Your exhaustion comes entirely from your internal molecular machinery. Your muscles burn chemical energy just to maintain tension and release heat, but because the wall's momentum remains unchanged, the external transaction fails. Force and energy are distinct concepts. Energy tracks the capacity for physical change. Force is strictly the interaction associated with altering momentum. The next time you walk up to a heavy door and push it open, you can observe the exact mechanics of reality playing out in your hands. Your body acts as one participant in a momentum transaction. Physical contact allows you to overpower the door's resting equilibrium and rewrite its current state of motion. This is the core operating manual for motion theory. Ask what is moving: hands, walls, feet, the ground. Ask what the moving is doing: sliding, colliding, transferring, pulling. Force is the metric we use when interacting systems force the universe's baseline motion to become something different. Reality is structured motion synchronizing under constraint.